story. New developments in the debate over whether many of you should continue to pay for two failed nuclear power projects in South Carolina. Dominion Energy is trying to buy SCANA. The company told lawmakers customers would owe about $3 billion over the next 20 years under their plan, which is less than SCANA plans to charge. News Channel 6's Ann Maxwell has more.
I spoke with a rep from Dominion today. He says the company is striving to be transparent with SCE&G ratepayers about what this would mean for them. We crunched the numbers they gave us to find out how much customers would pay for VC Summer under this new arrangement. Richmond, Virginia-based Dominion Energy has swooped in $14.6 billion plan to merge with SCANA and assume it as a subsidy.
We knew the folks from SCANA and SCE&G. And we knew what was happening here in South Carolina in terms of the electric rates and the challenges with the VC Summer project. And so we believe we can help, and that's really what we want to do.
Their plan would give the average SCE&G customer a $1,000 lump sum within 90 days of closing the merger.
And an average customer is probably somebody who pays about $150 to $160 a month for their bill.
Using publicly available data on the rate hikes to pay for VC Summer, News Channel 6 finds that the average household that's been a customer since the charges started in 2008 has paid more than $1,600 for the nuclear project on their power bills. Dominion VP Chet Wade tells me the $1,000 payment is basically a refund of customers' money that they've already paid for summer. So if you just became an SCE&G customer and you're expecting to make money off that payment, you might want to think again.
I mean, obviously some folks may have just moved into the area last week and they haven't been paying toward those costs over time, and others have been here the whole time. So we'll work with the regulators to make sure we come up with the best way, the best formula to make that work.
Billions of dollars have already been sunk into the project, and someone has to pay for it. SCANA executives originally proposed charging it on customers' bills for the next 50 to 60 years. Dominion's leadership claims they have a plan that would cost half as much. It involves coughing up $1.7 billion themselves and passing on savings from lower corporate taxes to ratepayers. They say that would contribute to a 5% rate reduction in the portion of bills designated for VC Summer. Those would gradually drop over the next 20 years. So customers would still be paying until 2037, but that's still way ahead of SCANA's proposed timeline. We calculated that the charges under Dominion's plan would add up to about $4,000 for the average ratepayer over the next 2 decades. That's to pay for costs sunk into the nuclear project.
What's your response to people who say, well, I don't want to pay for any of this because I'm not getting any energy from it?
We're trying to offer something that's much better than today, and that's the best we can do.
Bills introduced in the South Carolina legislature that would require the utility to pay the billions of dollars in sunk costs would derail this proposed merger. Wade tells me they just cannot make that work. Since SCANA is on board with the merger, the company has told regulators that if it is forced to stop collecting millions each month for summer, it would go bankrupt, leaving hundreds of thousands of people without power. This merger is not a done deal. It still faces regulatory approval from several state and federal bodies. Jenny?